The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello, I'm Carol Kidu Jr. with the news. Thanks for joining us. In tonight's headlines, Parliament debates on gender-based violence, Madang Airport upgrade remains incomplete, and POM Corporate Touch receives huge funding support. The debate on gender-based violence received support from both sides of the House today as members of Parliament engaged in meaningful debate about this subject, with Chairman of the Permanent Parliamentary Committee on Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment revealing glaring numbers about GBV and highlighting grey areas that need to be addressed. Amidst the debate, members of Parliament shared personal experiences.
Mr. Speaker, as we speak, just a small reminder that about every year, 3 million women and girls in our country face gender-based violence. And the prevalence rate is not coming down. It's still spiking. So a lot of work has been done, but we need to do more.
As someone who witnessed violence in my own childhood, who saw the strength of my own mother as she raises us alone, I speak today not as a minister, but as a son and father, and also the fellow citizens who believe deeply in the dignity and safety of every woman and girls in our nation.
Policeman in the house, you know, right law sets him Islam nothing. Me, you plus our Tari no thinking. If 1997 I could let my first woman go because she committed adultery with no violence on her. Rest of me got thinking here. Why you fighting marriage stuff? Someone said make him no good live in peace.
Me plakam sanapla here today, I'm an example of a person that has gone through a lot of violence. It's actually really made me the person I am today. You look in Planty Mary that are able to stand today, Honorable Minister, Honorable House. We would have gone through violent lives in our lives to be able to be where we are today.
Prime Minister James Marape has called on members of Parliament to engage in thoughtful national conversations to strengthen the country's democratic system. He made this call in Parliament when debating on the report of the Constitutional Law Reform Commission regarding the form and government system. The report includes discussions on several proposals, including the possibility of the Prime Minister being elected directly by the people.
Prime Minister James Marape has urged MPs to participate in a meaningful and constructive national dialogue to strengthen Papua New Guinea's democratic framework. Speaking during a debate on the report of the Constitutional Law Reform Commission, which presents various proposals for reforming the country's governance structures on the floor of Parliament on Tuesday, Marape said such report is important for the country. Among the key topics discussed in the report is the proposal for the direct election of the Prime Minister by the populace rather than through parliamentary votes.
50 years of hindsight should indicate to us some lessons. Mr. Speaker, this work by the Saki Soloma committee or commission has put to us certain questions. Is the present mode of electing Prime Minister relevant in the context of delivering expected outcomes? Is our reporting to the monarchy as head of state relevant to us and assisting in service delivery to our people? Is the current provincial government structure and the three-tier system of government relevant and better saving our country, or we should be again looking at another structure of government, in fact, augmenting or making decentralization better work, and the introduction of the conversation bicameral parliament instead of just having a unicameral parliament.
Marape emphasized the importance of engaging the public in this conversation, highlighting those reforms to the political system should aim to enhance the democratic process and ensure that the people have a stronger voice in governance. The Prime Minister fed a call for a national conversation that reflects a growing recognition of the need to reassess the country's political landscape, especially on governance and public trust in political institutions.
And I want all of us, party leaders, all members of parliament, at the 50th mark to take this question seriously and look in the hindsight and contribute where we can so that we could entrench the fundamentals of our democracy, secure our democracy, and making sure that we pass on a better, effective working system to the next generation who will come after us.
The proposal for directly electing the Prime Minister is just one of several ideas in the report, and it remains to be seen how these discussions will influence legislative agendas moving forward. Freddie Moe, TVWAN News.
Governor for Madang, Ramsey Pariwa, has put the government on notice during Parliament's session today regarding the incomplete Madang Airport upgrade. Pariwa raised these concerns after Prime Minister James Marape recently launched the upgrade of Boram Airport at a cost of 72 million kina.
Expressing his concerns, Governor of Madang, Ramsey Pariwa, highlighted the importance of the Madang Airport for the region's connectivity and economic development. He called on the government to prioritize the completion of the airport upgrade, highlighting that the lack of progress is negatively affecting the people and businesses in Madang.
Des la po stop all get operation lo Madang ya airport ya. Imi lusim na istabia. One time ba mi plawoki. I mean, it not make sense, and it doesn't head when we run on a 4-lane road into a rundown terminal and get onto MAF4, I dare say, to get anywhere.
By drawing attention to the disparity in funding and attention between the two airports, Pariwa also emphasized the need for equitable investment in infrastructure across the country's provinces and not for specific provinces.
All starting on them, Wanimo Airport na New Island Airport. Lo Kebiang, sorry. Kebiang ang bilas place na. Tamol pinisim des airport ang Kebiang go bilas ol kita. Wanimo ang paradise ya na tamol pinisim des la miya tigo lukim longa memko wanimo kama paradise ol kita. Meeting mi go leben na mi kam dong. Na Madang ol tok beautiful ya na mi lukim am nokat one place kalab la beautiful kamat.
Prime Minister James Marape, when responding, said the government is committed to completing the upgrade of the airport and assured the people of Madang that the airport upgrade will be completed.
The Madang 1, there's a default in contractor ability to complete. And so contractor has abandoned the place. And my last visit, I was at the place of being at Sumkar with the Honorable Alex Omer, who invited me, and when I passed through, I at that moment passed a text to Civil Aviation to complete Madang at the earliest if the contract is abandoned, and if ADB cannot pick the work up, the national government must make intervention to complete Madang terminal. I want to give assurance to the good governor that we're looking into how we could do up Madang terminal to complement the 4-way lane we're right now doing from the airport area, passing through the swamps and straight into smugglers.
Freddie Moe, TVWAN News.
Police Minister Sir John Pundari has raised concerns about the deteriorating state of police uniforms and discipline across the country, following his recent official visit to Wabeg for the launch of the National Firearms Amnesty and Guns Buyback Policy and his subsequent road journey to Leh. Sir Pundari has observed police personnel in several provinces wearing tattered uniforms, mismatched shoes, poorly made badges, and different shades of blue that undermine the identity and professionalism of the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary.
Minister for Police Sir John Pundari has expressed grave concerns regarding the declining standards of police uniforms and overall discipline within the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary. His observations were made during his official visit to Vabeg for the launch of the National Firearms Amnesty and Guns Buyback Policy. The minister says he saw officers in several provinces wearing uniforms that were not only tattered but also inconsistent in color and quality. During his road journey from Wabek to Leh, Sir John also noted police personnel wearing mismatched shoes and poorly crafted badges. Such discrepancies, he said, not only detract from the professional image of the police force but also raise concerns about their commitment to maintaining discipline and standardization within the ranks.
If there was any expenditure of the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary that had to be prioritized, then it had to be the basics of getting policing right. Number one is the uniforms. And of course, their weapons.
The minister further emphasized the importance of a uniform that reflects the dignity and authority of the police force as it plays a critical role in public perception and trust. He urged for immediate attention to be given to this issue, calling for a comprehensive review and overhaul of police uniforms as well as a reinforcement of discipline among officers.
This has to change. I've requested the police commissioner to give a minimum of 1 million kina to each provincial commands right throughout the country. That's 22 million kina for 22 provinces. And 22 million kina is just 2% of this year's allocation to the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary.
Pundari made a commitment to ensure that the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary is recognized not only for its enforcement capabilities but also for its professionalism and respectability in serving the people.
The disparity is so big. It's so big. I mean, I'm not here for a senior police officer. You get what I mean? Given the fact that he's got all these uniforms and really dressed up for his minister. But when I am out there in Wabek, or when I am out in Mount Hagen, or another station for that matter, the struggle this policeman there has to go through it to dress the best for his minister, and I just don't get it.
Pundari said he has formally returned to the police commissioner demanding immediate answers within 14 days on the following issues: how police uniforms, boots and accessories are procured, whether the constabulary has approved specification for uniform materials and color standards, why multiple shades of blue and poor quality badges, and how uniforms are distributed nationwide. Freddie Move, TVWAN News.
The U.S.-Israel war against Iran is having broader impacts on the global community, including a rise in fuel prices. Papua New Guinea is not immune to this due to global market volatility. The Independent Consumer and Competition Commission announced on March 8, 2026, across-the-board increases for petrol, diesel and kerosene nationwide. Prime Minister James Marape has indicated that the government is looking to provide relief where necessary.
The war between Iran and allies, US and Israel, is bringing about consequences that extend beyond the Middle East, a region that plays a key role in global energy supplies and shipping routes. The escalating conflict has caused immediate sharp increases in global oil and fuel prices, with crude oil reportedly going for 430 to 470 kina a barrel as of March 2026, compared to an estimated 301 kina a barrel before the 2026 US-Israel war with Iran. In the domestic market, Papua New Guinea is also feeling the pinch of the price spike and supply disruptions, with the Independent Consumer and Competition Commission saying the war, which erupted on February 28, 2026, will affect domestic prices for PNG next month. And for this month, ICCC announced that the indicative retail prices for petrol, diesel, and kerosene have increased on average throughout the nation. For example, in Leh, motorists are paying approximately 4 kina 47 toya per litre for petrol, at least 4 kina 51 per litre for diesel, and 4 kina 16 toya a litre for kerosene. Compared to February 2026, petrol has increased by 13 toya per litre, diesel is 22 toya per litre, and kerosene 19 toya per litre. After the Zumim Bridge opening on Monday in Makam District, Prime Minister James Marape told lay media that the government is mindful of the pass-on effect of rising fuel prices.
But the state revenue will also increase from additional revenue, hopefully from the gas production. So we'll try to balance that with giving some relief to those at the Bausa. So we have asked already Treasury and PS Ballet looked into how we could be prepared in case the fuel rises. I've also asked for National Security Advisory Council to convene to also take stock of our fuel supply and be prepared in case the global fuel supply is constricted. We want to make sure we are fuel secure. So those instructions have been passed on, and our state instrumentalities are working. So
Prime Minister Marape outlined that just like the zero rating for goods and services tax on 13 essential items, the government is ready to give further help in the fuel space. Kamila Guare, TV1 News, Leh.
You're watching TV1 News. When we come back, 2R PIR receives King's Colors and GBTI begins first class.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, BSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at BSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. BSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaro, get up and big smile on face. Time for kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
It all begins with a vision. Honed by experience and wisdom, engineered for every adventure, built to withstand the untamed, wherever your journey takes you. Every detail precisely crafted, tailored to perfection. Beauty in every curve, designed for the eye and the soul. Embrace every moment, empowered by seamless technology. Immerse yourself fully in music or in motion. Indulge in unmatched comfort. With every drive, a symphony of luxury. Pushing boundaries with ease. Excellence redefined. The legendary Land Cruiser Prado.
Start your day by doing the 1, 2, 3 with Colgate. Wake up. Brush your teeth. And smile. Smile throughout your day with Colgate.
We were able to outsmart the Black Ops back then. But I'm sure they've all prepared for us now.
Because the next time I cross paths with Mante and Dalisay, I will make sure to kill them both.
Because in this life, you need to kill to survive.
But now that I know, it was Albert who killed Aliana.
A tooth for a tooth.
We will go after him next.
Where on earth is Dalisay?
Thanks for staying with us. 2RPIR receives King's Colors. The 2nd Battalion of the Royal Pacific Islands Regiment received new King's and regimental colors at Moore Barracks in Wewak today. The ceremony also marked the regiment's 75th anniversary. Governor-General Grand Chief Sir Bob Dadai officiated the event in his role as Honorary Colonel. He praised the troops for their discipline and encouraged them to uphold the proud traditions of the regiment. Sir Bob urged the 2RPIR to continue to maintain the proud tradition of the 2nd Battalion and the Royal Pacific Islands Regiment, and not to forget where the regiment derives its proud history from. Sir Bob also highlighted the regiment's legacy, the importance of protecting PNG's borders, and the need to support veterans and military health services. Global Business Training International has begun its 2026 academic year on Monday 9th with a diverse group of students who traveled in from outside Port Moresby to train under the institution's TVET program.
Global Business Training International began classes for its TVET students this week. Students from Wewak, Balimo, Pobondeta, and those from other districts in the Central Province and NCD will be learning together. A proper launch for GBTI's first TVET class was held. Orientation took place last Friday. Students were introduced to GBTI's culture, expectations, and values under its three-pillar model: spiritual growth, academic excellence, and personal development. School Managing Director Frances Essie outlined the purpose of the program and the importance of preparing students holistically.
So our first class today is Prepare for Work. And Prepare for Work, we are talking about the basics that kids they need to acquire, they need to have to tap into the workforce. Like employers' expectation at the workplace. Country where we are affiliated with several colleges in Washington, D.C., United States. And this is for the school leavers and professionals and those who are interested to go to school in America. And several colleges have 3 campuses, and they offer varieties and ranges.
GBTI emphasizes practical skills-based learning, which Mr. Essie described as the missing link for many young people entering the workforce. He said the school adapts Australian standard models to PNG's context and ensures staff are trained and monitored to maintain consistent delivery. Students said they choose GBTI because training is hands-on, guided and employment-focused. Many said beginning with Certificates 1 Prepare for work gives them confidence that they will be job ready by the time they complete their certificates. 30 students are taking the TVET classes. A second intake is expected at the end of April. Joanna Pile, TVWAN News.
The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Madang province continue to support government priorities in all sectors of development. Currently, the church is giving support in the education sector by building classrooms and donating furniture. The Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints visited schools on Tuesday to donate chairs and tables. The church has been actively involved in supporting government priorities in Madang. While they have been helping schools in rural communities, they see a significant need in urban schools as well, especially with learning materials and infrastructure. The donated chairs and tables that were delivered arrived in a 44-foot container from Australia. Lutheran Day Primary School received 80 tables and 200 chairs, which were allocated to all grade 6 classes. Grade 6 senior teacher Rosalyn Maru said most times students would stand or sit on the classroom floor of the classrooms because they lacked furniture.
Number of students in the class, we have 60 to 65. And some more without no chair, no table, they on the floor, some sitting. This la time straight, this la I'll be appreciate Thank you.
President of the Madang cluster, Niman Hota, encouraged the students to take their studies seriously. He assured the school that the church will continue to support them.
The education, and by opening more opportunities for people, so we advocate. People like people who sit down good, so you can learn good, so you can become a very productive person or life in the future. So we hope we will continue with this relationship and partnership with Fleximan.
Goom Primary School also received 80 tables and 200 chairs. Head teacher Jeffrey Bison said some of the furniture will be put in a new set of classrooms currently being constructed.
It's both double classrooms. I just gave the carpenters two weeks to complete. We started on the 10th of October last year, and at least before the Easter breaks, Pastor must better classroom door up. I was thinking, who's going to give me chairs and tables? Then it can be so. I thank the Lord for this.
Potter also assured Goom Primary that the church will continue the support.
At least supply in the shade.
Yes.
No go one plus.
Thank you.
Because we here, because I was on plenty of ECD Gompasa come here.
Yep.
The need for basic infrastructure development for urban schools is evident. Most of the school furniture and infrastructure have deteriorated. Schools have indicated that the tuition fee-free components are not enough to establish new amenities. K92 Mining has successfully concluded National Mining Safety Week, closing the week-long program with a well-attended ceremony on Friday, 6th March 2026 at the Camp Basketball Court. This year's theme, Building and Sustaining an Effective Safety System and Culture, guided the activities, discussions, and engagements throughout the week.
The team reinforced a central message that safety extends far beyond procedures and protocols. It is a culture that must be nurtured, lived, and continuously strengthened by everyone across the organization. Throughout the week, members of K92 Mining senior leadership team attended department pre-start meetings, emphasizing visible leadership and demonstrating their commitment to a proactive, people-centered safety culture. Their presence reinforced the company's belief that every individual in every role contributes to creating and maintaining a safe workplace. As part of the closing ceremony, K92 Mining was honored to host Justin Olam, former professional rugby league player and PNG international star, as the guest speaker, drawing from his experiences on and off field. Olam shared valuable insights, highlighted the importance of teamwork, accountability, and respect. These principles strongly reflect K92's mining care's values and serve as a reminder that all employees and contractor partners share the responsibility to uphold safety as a core value. National Mining Safety Week, under the oversight of the PNG Mineral Resource Authority, is observed by all operating mines across Papua New Guinea. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN News.
And in today's finance news, the kina closed unchanged at $0.2322 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2247, $0.3122 Australian dollars, $0.1856 euro, and 35.27 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, cocoa and copper closed higher, and coffee, palm oil and crude oil closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones, ASX and all ordinaries closed higher. You're watching TV1 News. Stay tuned. We'll have the day's other stories when we come back.
Mama Leitja. Aina em nuringi mipla. Papa save les taimem Leitja. Taimem belad, mi save leslosta. En by time no good new. Pop's changing pasinya. We one bell, Nahama Mastred.
Always on WhatsApp? Then this is your style of banking with TISA. Check your account balance or even chat with a TISA bank agent. Get started today by following these simple steps. 1. Save TISA Bank's official WhatsApp number in your phone. 2. Open WhatsApp and send a simple hi. 3. Follow the menu to start banking. It's that easy. TISA Bank, banking on change.
Guys, maganda pa si Arya!
Auntie, bangka goksim. David Loran. You think you passed it? Spots, it's in me.
Take me out my mind.
When you're all in, anything can happen. Grab a Coca-Cola and enjoy the moment.
Fielders room inside. A try for the Highlanders just like that.
What I'm straight now, you killing me, Romina. You mean to pass setting me up.
Daniel Laina, police will investigating me.
Mama, you are also killing Bubuma.
It's not okay making me not true.
I give a tweet to my wife Romina and brother Mondragon 50% of my shares and assets in the company.
No, the company is mine.
Daniela, come down.
You witch!
It's still not
money to me. You too.
You up!
Welcome back. The Center of Research and Innovation at IBS University is hosting a two-day national conference with the theme Artificial Intelligence for Business Transformation and Economic Growth, and will end tomorrow, 12th March 2026. This national conference is a platform that brings together academics, researchers, business leaders, IT professionals, and technology innovators to explore the transformative potential of artificial intelligence.
IBS University Center of Excellence and Innovation today opened a two-day national conference at its Port Moresby campus. The event held under the theme Artificial Intelligence for Business Transformation and Economic Growth aims to explore how AI can support the future of business, governance, and economic development in Papua New Guinea. Artificial intelligence is rapidly transforming industries worldwide by improving efficiency, decision-making, and innovation. Recognizing the growing importance of AI, IBS University is committed to fostering dialogue and collaboration that will strengthen business systems, support public sector and modernization, and contribute to sustainable economic growth. The conference program featured a series of panel discussions, technical sessions, and research paper presentations delivered by distinguished experts, academic and industry leaders. Discussions will focus on practical applications of AI in both the public and private sectors, while also addressing policy framework, digital transformation, and the future world. The event attracted participants from across the country and provide a valuable opportunity for networking, collaboration, and the exchange of innovative ideas in AI that can support Papua New Guinea's digital and economic future. Michael Tamtipais, TV1 News.
The Bank of South Pacific has donated medical supplies worth 120,000 kina to the Metorea Urban Health Centre in Hanuabada, Port Moresby on 10th March. The donation aims to strengthen healthcare services for communities that rely on the clinic. The donation includes essential medical consumables such as needles, syringes, emergency medicines, and specialized equipment for maternity, dental, and optometry services. The supplies were funded by 4 BSP business units, each contributing 30,000 kina as part of the bank's community project program. BSP General Manager, Corporate Affairs and Community, Harry Rabura, said that by strengthening the clinic supplies, BSP is helping ensure mothers, children, and elders who walk through the doors receive the care they need. Metorea Urban Health Centre provides vital health services for residents of Hanuabada and surrounding communities in Port Moresby. Clinic Manager Regina Wuri stated during the handover that these supplies will greatly improve their ability to serve patients, especially in maternity, dental, and emergency care. National Capital District health officials say the support comes at an important time for the clinic. Dr. Robin Oge, CEO of NCDPHA, said this generous donation helps replenish essential supplies and supports their goal of providing quality healthcare for the people. BSP says the initiative is one of 45 community projects planned across Papua New Guinea. Turning abroad, the ASX bounced back today in line with markets around the world as the oil price fell back sharply on reassurance from Donald Trump about the Middle East war.
The oil price had already fallen below $100 a barrel when President Trump rang a reporter from CBS News. She immediately posted her scoop on X at 6:15 this morning, our time, saying he had told her the war is very complete, pretty much, and he's thinking about taking over the Straits of Hormuz, whatever that might mean. The oil price promptly dropped to 85. The news conference a couple of hours later didn't take things much further, even though he foreshadowed the removal of sanctions to get oil flowing. But in general, markets are feeling much better about things today than they were yesterday. But it really is a day-by-day proposition. The oil price is still about $25 above where it was before the United States and Israel started bombing Iran and the Persian Gulf slammed shut, while gold and silver went up today. The share market had a bit of a bounce, with investors buying miners and banks and selling oil and gas stocks. The US market rose last night, as did Japanese and Korean stocks today. And the Aussie dollar moved a bit higher against the US dollar but stayed steady against the euro. Now, the government might be wishing Australia taxed its LNG exports as much as the royalties on iron ore, and better still, coal. Liquid natural gas prices are soaring, but we only get 2% of that on top of the company tax, compared with 7% for iron ore and 13% for coal. And finally, the Roy Morgan ANZ Consumer Sentiment Survey today showed that, unsurprisingly, inflation expectations have surged. This is what the Reserve Bank is worried about. And if interest rates go up next Tuesday, or more likely in May, this will be why. And that's finance.
7 members of the Iranian women's football team have been granted asylum in Australia, with the government confirming all but a few members of the delegation were individually offered refuge as they embarked on their journey home.
2 more people from the Iranian women's soccer team have been granted humanitarian visas, bringing the total to 7 after 5 players were granted asylum yesterday morning. Let's bring in political reporter Isabel Rowe from Parliament House in Canberra. Isabel, those appeals made to these individuals right to the last moment.
Yeah, the Minister for Home Affairs, Tony Burke, has been able to step us through this morning how this unfolded. We know that 5 women were granted humanitarian visas in the early hours of Tuesday morning. What then happened was the team was put on a bus on the Gold Coast. They were sent to Brisbane Airport to catch a flight to Sydney. And it was in Brisbane where the Home Affairs Minister met with the team, and 2 more people sought asylum. So that is 1 other player and 1 of the staff members, so not a player but someone connected to the team. At that point, the rest of the team went on to Sydney, and the Minister said in Sydney each player was taken aside, spoken to by Home Affairs officials away from their handlers, and they were given the opportunity to call their family and to make a decision about whether or not they wanted to stay. Now, the Minister was clear that there were some people who were not offered a humanitarian visa. They were not offered asylum, and that is because he was concerned about their connections back home. Have a listen.
People who were connected, and we obviously work with security partners on these assessments, people who were connected to the IRGC were not granted visas in terms of that sort of connection. Now, that doesn't mean that that automatically means you are a great person. And there is a reason why some people were not made a direct offer. There were some people leaving Australia who I'm glad they're no longer in Australia.
So in terms of the rest of the team who did not take up the offer, that plane has left. They've gone home. For the 7 that remain here, the Minister says there is support in place to allow them to transition their life into Australia.
Isabel Rowe there in Canberra. Thank you.
You're watching TV1 News. Later in sports, McPherson refutes security claims and Wabo to play 50th game.
Ton, Hino ton. Driman yet.
If you can't stop thinking about the Hino range of trucks, then you better drive one today. Hino.
Ton.
Ready for the world, so is your TISA Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new TISA Visa card.
Long year 2024, 7 pla baby I born one time HIV. HIV I can go long baby long triple rot. Time bel mama I get HIV, long time long carrying baby, na time baby I susu. Tasol Yumi can help him bel mama, long look out him baby inside long bell. Go quick time long bel mama clinic, na kiss him antenatal check. Time Yumi pan him sick HIV area, or time bel mama I positive penis, early treatment I can save him baby. Give him baby healthy start long life. Stop him spread long sick HIV I go long baby. This lutok sawa I come long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Hi, with the help of Palmolive Naturals shampoo and conditioner, with these 3 quick and easy tips, I'm going to show you that more natural, beautiful hair is achievable. Step 1, massage your scalp during washing with shampoo. Step 2, apply conditioner to the tips of your hair. Step 3, gently towel dry your hair. There you have it. For natural, beautiful hair, use Palmolive Naturals shampoo and conditioner. Have a great hair day.
You got scammed? Where did you get the money to pay them? We mortgaged the house. That's why it's so important for me to pass the board exam, So if you're looking for a girlfriend, well, I'm sorry. That's not me.
You already took our TV, come on!
What you're doing here is illegal.
If you wanted to take the legal route, well then, you should have borrowed from the bank.
You don't need to solve all your problems alone.
I'm just not used to having someone around who's willing to help me.
Well, then get used to it. Because I'm here.
Beautiful tip on. Here's Sean Russell, and Parramatta, with just 12 men, open the scoring. The snap and now Canterbury come back with interest. Montoya got on the outside of Brown. Neil rolls in a kick. A crafty play and a terrific play goes to the skipper. Stephen Cronin stands to attention. Salutes everyone.
You don't get to make me feel small! Not you, not anybody else!
So it was your idea to start a rehabilitation project. It's so good to know that there are still men like you who remain very attuned to women's needs.
Carlos! Leona made a deal with Hector on her own without Carlos knowing about it. So that only means Leona's the one who cleans up all the dirt Carlos leaves behind.
McCluskey pirouette. Osborne on his shoulder. Are in for the first try. Russell in a slack on and it creates space. And Hugh Jones is in. A touch of genius. And Aaron goes on his way to a hat-trick.
Welcome back. Chief Executive Officer of PNG Chiefs, Lorna McPherson, refuted claims by Australia commentators about security concerns and compound label on PNG Chiefs residents. She said the Chiefs is giving world-class village for its players and also providing a secured space for its players as the club prepared to enter the NRL in 2028.
Chief Executive Officer of the PNG Chiefs, Lorna McPherson, is aware of commentaries by NRL experts on security concerns for the Chief players. She made this known at the groundbreaking ceremony of the PNG Chiefs village in Port Moresby yesterday. These commentaries could influence players' decision to join the Chief ahead of its entry in the NRL in 2028. But the CEO of PNG Chiefs said this commentaries comes from people who have never been to Papua New Guinea. She guarantees players' security.
So yeah, it's been interesting reading some comments about when people haven't been to Papua New Guinea, what they don't know about Papua New Guinea and they don't understand about Papua New Guinea sometimes gets blown out of proportion. So for me it's exciting. I think any player would want to stay here. I certainly would.
She further said, PNG is preparing a village for its players and it will be a world-class facility, as opposed to what many claim as compound.
Let me be really clear, it's a village that we are building. It is not a compound. A compound's where you're under a lock and key and if everybody knows it's here. Certainly that's not the case. So it's a village that we're building. I think it's a fantastic environment.
She added that PNG Chiefs will be doing everything to ensure its players and their families are well taken care of. She said the Chiefs will ensure they enjoy their time with the club and give their best for the PNG-based franchise. McPherson said the Constantino Group, in partnership with Australian Rugby League Commission, is building the Players' Village. It is a world-class facility and is close to the airport. She believes the players and their families will like it. Rex Littard, TVWAN Sports.
PNG Hunters has reiterated the club's original role as a high-performance development pathway for young Papua New Guineans' talents. It links the domestic Digicel ExxonMobil Cup to other overseas opportunities such as the NRL and UK Super League.
Since Coach Paul Ayton took charge in 2024, a number of Hunters have moved on to secure playing contracts with clubs mainly in the UK and the Queensland Rugby League. Aiton said the club is designed to give players exposure for at least 2 years in the system before moving on when other opportunities arise, which in turn opens sports for the next crop of talent.
Well, most definitely. I think having a team for 2-3 years, understanding how you coach, your systems and structures and each other and how each other plays is definitely a benefit. And you know, you could secure a top 4 every year, I'd say, if you've got some quality players like we do. But we're a pathway as well. And you know, you've got to take the good out of it. I think it's exciting. I'm really excited for the players that have left and gone to bigger and better things, and I'm excited for the players that are going to come. And for me, I think it's a good reminder that that's the role that we're in.
Aiton urged players to trust the process and stick with the system. This includes understanding the structure and having the right mindset to execute better.
Don't get too frustrated and just trust the process and stay with it, because the boys will get it. It's round one, so embakam. So just trust in each other. We always talk about that, and I think as a coaching staff we need to do the same thing and trust in the process. And the boys have come a long way already, and they still have a long way to go, you know, which is a good thing.
With a clear understanding of their role, Aiton said he's positive about more opportunities for new players next year and is now looking forward to seeing the next crop come through. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
PNG Hunters dynamic fullback Sonny Wabo will play his 50th game this weekend when the Hunters take on the Wynnum Manly Sea Eagles in round 2 of the QRL Host Plus Cup at the Santos National Football Stadium. Wabo first joined the Hunters for pre-season in 2023 and has not looked back since.
Still looking for points here, Sonny Wabo. Is he over? I think he's... The referee confirmed...
A leading try scorer in the QRL Cup, Wabo of Simbu and Morobe parentage has come a long way since making his debut in 2023 under former coach Stanley Tepend. Ahead of Sunday's milestone, Wabo reflects humbly on his journey.
Goldslomi Lantas lo first time kami teda lo make squad em lo 2023 Goldslomi lo just train hard every day, turn up with positive mindset, attitude right and energy, and just lo make him final squad and then make first 17 for round 1 for 2023.
Wabo admitted he overcame a tough upbringing and family struggles to reach this point. He singled out his family, community, and especially his grandparents for their support.
My family and also my community back in 6 Mile, to those who also step back said me, like they encouraging me, even anything, like any situation, they always stand up for me. And yeah, all families to me, I main one, so back to my community. My big brothers too, they love me, and also my community too, they love me. One another, they support me, and my grandparents too. My grandparents and all everything carry up me like.
4 years on, Wabo has developed into a senior figure in the group, with the new players looking to him for leadership and encouragement.
Yes, maybe I lose plenty players to be honest, but I think the young boys coming up too, so maybe just finding positive one them all, whatever happened past them and past, so maybe just finding positive one them all young boys, building on the combination. I think few rounds and just building maybe on the good places and it's like yeah, just look forward one them all young boys.
Wabo acknowledged last week's loss to the Central Queensland Campers, but expressed confidence the Hunters can bounce back with positive result against a stronger performer, Wynnum Manly. His recent individual efforts were recognized when he received an award from partnering sponsor K92 Mining for his standout performance. On reaching the 50th game mark, Wabo is focused on giving everything for the team on Sunday. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
The East Sepik Provincial Rugby League Board have announced its new board members following a meeting held yesterday. The board will set out key plans for rugby league development across the province. The new members will aim to support the province's bid to compete at the national level through its team, the Civic Pride.
Years of the Civic Pride franchise representing the Greater Civic region in the annual DTCL ExxonMobil Cup have come under pressure after the team was repeatedly left out after not meeting key criteria set by the PNG Rugby Football League. In response, a meeting held yesterday announced the formation of the East Civic Provincial Rugby League Board, with John Simon appointed as chairman and Moses Warrier as deputy chairman. A full executive team will be finalized next week in Wewak when the remaining board members who are currently in the province meet to complete the structure. Chairman Simon said this marks the beginning of taking responsibility for strengthening rugby league pathways across East Civic.
Must bear fruit and must come to an end, and that's what we would all like to see. And that's the reason why I put my hands up to support that dream, and especially one of my dreams that I always wanted to see is create a pathway. And that's my dream. I wanted to see that we create a pathway for younger civics to come for the next generation, for the next life, their life to live on. So it's all about creating a pathway to our young generations of this country, and especially back in our two civic provinces.
All competition executives will now report directly to the provincial board for matters including competition, oversight, funding, and operational support. The board will serve as the highest authority supervising sanctioned competitions such as the Civic School League, Wewak League, Wanimo League, Civic Pride Club, and the Civic Nines. Simon said the first official board meeting will focus on establishing a proper plan to run a fully compliant provincial rugby league program, ensuring a region meets PNG RFL requirements to have Civic Pride reinstated into the national competition.
One of the main ideas and the main thing that I decided to put my hands up and accept this and be part of the team of East Civic Rugby League is we have bigger plans for East Civic Rugby League. And I remember the team they brought in a franchise, bid for it, compete in this diesel cup, but did not go any further because of some of the prerequisites or some of the requirements that they need to meet that the Civic Pride did not meet, and that saw them slowly exit from diesel cup.
He added that the board aims to create strong pathways that will see more young men and women from Civic eventually compete on the big stage as the board's long-term development plans take shape. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN Sports.
And that's all we have in news and sports. Now for the weather forecast. Southern region, Port Moresby, partly cloudy then mostly fine. And Popondetha, showers and possible thunderstorms. Momase, Ley becoming cloudy with few rain showers tonight and possible thunderstorm. Wewak and Vanimo, cloudy periods with few showers. New Guinea Islands, Kavieng, rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Boka, cloudy periods with some rain shower with possible thunderstorms. And Highlands region, all centers becoming cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Ocean forecast, Coral Sea, sea slight to moderate at times with northwest winds of 10 to 15 knots reaching 20 knots at times. Solomon Sea, sea smooth with southeast winds of 5 to 10 knots. Bismarck Sea, sea smooth with northwest winds of 5 to 10 knots. Pacific Ocean, sea smooth with northeast winds of 5 to 10 knots. And coastal waters, waters of southern PNG and Indonesian border to Daru, to Kiwai Island, Kerma, Yule Island, Hood Point to Samare Island. Seas 0.5 to 1 meter, rising to 1.3 to 2.5 meters along strong wind warning areas. Waters of Cape Vogel to Huon Gulf to Finschhafen, Manus and its western group of islands, and waters of New Ireland and New Britain. Seas 0.5 to 1 meter. And that ends the news tonight. Thank you for your company. Good night.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by